Hi guys, this is Val from valkayink, and today we are talking about some limited edition game sets. This looks familiar because this is the Persona 5 limited edition box. This is the premium edition. I'll swing this around here. And I actually unboxed this a while ago, but I felt a little nostalgic and I wanted to go over a lot of my limited and premium edition sets and what I think of them after owning them for a bit, and I thought this would be a good way to start. So I was crazy excited for Persona 5, the Persona series, being one of my absolute favorites, and this has to be one of my favorite boxes, despite it being currently empty. It is not in use whatsoever, but I still love the design of this box. I love how solid it is. It's just kept its shape this whole time. It has this beautiful art. It's just got this nice gloss to it. It has this slight magnet and ribbon opening. It even says, "Take your heart." This is one of my favorite boxes. This is more like a display piece now. It doesn't really do anything. It's not the right size for me to hold anything. I might use it for something in the future, but you know, it is this size because it had to carry like a messenger bag and a whole bunch of other stuff. I do have an opening of that on here, but my main reason for getting it was to get the steel case for Persona 5. I still love this game. I have not played the Royal Edition yet. I mean, I will at some point. I mean, even the inside art's beautiful. But I did play this to like near 100% completion. I think I just need to get a couple more Personas to complete the compendium. I just need some time away, and then I'll probably end up getting Persona 5 Royal Edition. But for now, this is still one of my favorite sets that I ever unboxed. It's still one of my favorite games. And I don't own very many of these limited or premium edition sets because I have to either love the game or find it at a good price. Moving on with more of the PlayStation 4 stuff, we have Pirate Warriors 3. Of course, this was when the big Doflamingo being a main character in it was coming out, so he's on the back. This is the steel case for Pirate Warriors. I love Pirate Warriors. I'm kind of amazed they didn't do anything with the inside. I think if you're paying for a steel case, it helps to have a little bit of bling on the inside. But this game I have 100%ed. I have completed it all the way, every mission, everything. Just love Pirate Warrior games. I really need to pick up the fourth one. But this is just a really nice, simple steelbook, and I like having it on the shelf. I like having my steelbooks on display. I think they look good. Everything else, I like a nice spine. Another one of my absolute favorite boxes that I own. This one always catches everyone's eye whenever I have it up on a shelf. This, of course, is Code Realize Wintertide Miracles limited edition box. And I got this because I needed the Wintertide Miracles so I could complete Code Realize. This game's great. I actually love it. This box is the most awkward size. Like, it barely fits on any shelves. Here's like a steel case next to it. It's just, I don't know what it is with game limited edition sets. There's no standard size, not even among like just PS3, PS4, DS. Anyway, I do have the games in here. I still need to complete a bunch of routes, but oh, these games are so lovely. I love games like this, actually. Otome games are great when you really love characters and story. And of course, there are still extras that I love in this box. This box had those lovely art cards, so we got Herlock Sholmes. Here's Finis. Count Saint Germain. Impy. Impy's great. I didn't expect to like this character as much as I do. Playing the games. Oh, there's Fran, there's Victor. Van Helsing. Lupin himself. And of course Cardia. Cardia being one of the best like main characters I've ever seen. My friend Gwen was the one who actually got me into these games, and I will link her YouTube up here and in the comments down below. But man, I'm really happy that I played these. These are so good. And again, still one of the cutest things I've ever received as a bonus out of a limited edition set are these little standees. And I always have a problem. I don't have a place where I keep standees. So now they're just kind of floating in my box. I really wish I could have like placed them somewhere. I also don't like how kind of cheap the bottoms of them are. I wish they were, I don't know, laminated or something. But I'm not going to knock the art itself because the little chibi art itself is just so good. And at some point, I will display those. Yeah, so despite this box being as awkward as it is, it's still one of my favorites. It still has just one of the most gorgeous, shiny, holographic covers. It has all the characters. The story's really good in this. Still one of my favorites that I own. Really happy that I have this. And it looks great, like especially behind a bunch of PS4 games, because it looks so different. So awkward, but so worth it if you can display it correctly. This one is the latest addition to my special edition sets. This is Neo 2, or Neo 2. I think it's pronounced Neo, honestly. But I've heard it both ways, so I will say it both ways. I've been waiting for this game forever. This is all thanks to my brother. He actually surprised me with this one. Here is the outer shell itself. Very cool, very haunting the way it's just like a slight image, but I do kind of wish it was more. There's so much gorgeous art in this game, and they made such a plain... I don't know, I guess it's supposed to seem mysterious. But here is the actual steel case. And this is where, like, Dark and Mysterious is gorgeous. I think that's like the feral forms. And then, of course, I'm playing the game, so the game's not here, it's in my system. These were the special codes that came with it. I just like the art, so I'm keeping it. There's actually art of the shrine, metallic shrine in the back, which I really love that they did that. It's like a little hidden thing in there. Love when steel cases do that, and of course this one just looks amazing when you have it out full. My favorite part of any set, and probably why I typically buy sets, if not for the box art, it's absolutely for these little books. These little like art books that come along with it. I love stuff like this. I love seeing like character design, logo design. Sometimes they'll give you information. They'll give you character pages. And this is great if you are an artist and you're trying to learn how to make ref sheets or character design. I mean, it's just lovely. I'm just flipping through to random pages. I just beat this boss, this big old snick. He's very cool. The color and the designs in this game are amazing, and I feel like that outer box does not do it justice. Oh, I like this cat. Look at this fat cat. There's also these lovely scenic pieces, these like, tone-setting art pieces that I just adore. Yeah, stuff like this. This is just, oh, I love stuff like this. Dark Horse did this. I have actually quite a few Dark Horse books. I really like the way they do their covers. It's nice, hard matte, very, very nice extra. Want more extras like this when I get sets. Nice boxes, solid extras, good game. That makes for a great piece. One of my most anticipated and absolute have-to-haves was the Killer is Dead special edition set, limited edition set. I don't even remember what they called this when it was coming out. Grasshopper Manufacturer, Suda51, any of those games are just absolute favorites of mine. I adore this kind of gameplay. I adore this weird type of storytelling. The graphics are so strange in this one, and I like them so, so much. I just really wanted this. Here is the music. This is another bonus that comes with limited edition sets that I always love. There's a Gus, by the way. That's my dog. I love getting music. In fact, the music to this background video right now is this Killer is Dead music. I love the music out of this game. It's got great background music, great characters. This one is so weird. I totally get it if people are not into this game, if they don't like it, if it's forgotten. It's one of my favorites. This is one of the weirdest slipcases I've ever seen because it actually comes out like this. And here is the actual PS3 game. My PS3 is hooked up. I should replay this because I never did 100% this. I did a few runs, but I still need a couple of costumes, I think. So, this is a recipe for perfect soft-boiled eggs because Mondo eats nothing but soft-boiled eggs, so I just think that that's funny. They included that in there. Just nice little touches like that. This game is so strange and yet so fun at the same time. Oh, and there's nice art on all the pieces. So yeah, Killer is Dead. It's another assassin game. Like, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I just like those. But here is the soundtrack. I really like when they do this, when they have all of the songs listed in like a graphic way. on the sets. So cool. And the art book. I like this art book. I especially like the beginning that's like, warning, this contains spoilers. Like, of course it does, it's an art book, but I love that they put that in there. One of the nicest things of this art book are all the object art, because there's a lot of different types of weapons. This art is, I think, the inspiration piece for Mondo. The drill gun, one of the coolest weapons in a game, personally. I'm always a big fan of that. Nico Robin abilities there. Yeah. This is such a fun and crazy and weird game. Just really out there bosses and stuff. Yeah, it's been a while. I really should give this a replay. It's so bizarre. And just the art in this is so cool. I love all of these pieces. Look how crazy. These pages are super glossy. I do apologize. I honestly wish I could show you these without the glare. Oh, look, it's the ladies page. But yeah, some of the enemy designs in this are just so whacked out and cool. Anyway, God, just owning this set and looking at it again, I want to replay it. That's how much I love it. But I'm really stuck in Neo 2 right now, you guys. But Killer is Dead, one of my all-time favorites. I'll never get rid of this set. This was one of the biggest things. I remember waiting every single day for this to come in back when I pre-ordered it. Nothing feels as good as finally getting your set that you're so excited for. I also like that they built everything so it fits perfectly in the box. There you go. Just a perfect little set. I wonder if we'll ever get like an HD release of this. Like, this would actually play well on the Switch or, you know, on PS4 or 5. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just not loved enough, but definitely one of my favorites. Here's another one I am bringing back. I actually did a video of this unboxing as well. This is the 20th anniversary edition of Concept Revolt. This is actually a card game that you play on the 3DS. And this box has everything. It has gorgeous art, really solid box. I actually use this box to prop up my other boxes on my shelf because it's so solid. And I really like that. It has a cool metallic inside as well. And this just has some of the best extras I've ever seen. Like, the longer I've owned this and the more I go back to it and look at it, the more I love this set. This, of course, is the art book. I love this. This is where you buy cards in the game. This story is really kind of bizarre, but it works really well. I actually think this game would be great as an anime, personally. This guy is one of my favorites. She's amazing in the game. She's so difficult to beat. Like, she's a card master. This guy cracks me up. Yes, very cool characters. Awesome, awesome designs. I'm surprised this didn't get more traction, but it is also one of the most difficult games I think I've ever played on the 3DS. Like, I beat it. I completed it. I did everything in it. It is so hard to win with these card decks. But I'm gonna go over some more stuff. The loud clacking you hear, of course, are these stone dice, which I've actually used for games and stuff. When we don't have a pair of dice, I'll pull these out. They're heavy as hell. Like, you could really throw these at someone's forehead and really hurt them. But I really like them. This, of course, has the soundtrack. I never pulled the soundtrack out. It's still in plastic. But it's also a very nice soundtrack. It's really intense battle music, like very Renaissance-y. I can't really use it in my videos, but it is very cool. Here's the game itself. Yeah, if you're just into like really difficult card games, this one's really fun. I think that's everything, yeah. So the other thing that I love are cards. When you get art cards, cards that relate to the game. These are amazing because the cards you see in the game are these. So it feels like you have physical cards out of the game. And that's very cool. It comes in this gorgeous little paper sleeve. I mean, you can't knock the presentation on this. But like, yeah, this water dragon, I used a ton in the game. Like, it's fantastic. It has a little back, just like any card set. This little grass beast, somebody beat me with it, this treasure hunter. These are all legit cards in the game. And I didn't know that first time I was opening this set. But the fact that you can physically have some of the cards that like win you matches is one of the coolest things. Also this art, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. I actually want to frame these, they're so pretty. And they're huge, like they're big. Here's a DS case next to them. They really didn't skimp on this. It's one of the best sets I think I've ever bought. I bought it for $25. It's actually a lot pricier now, but great game if you like that kind of game. If you don't like that kind of game, you will not be into this. But just everything about the way they packaged this. You know, great book, great art cards, soundtrack, neat dice. Like, how many games can you say have given you, you know, an actual dice pair? And the box is solid. I mean, just one of my absolute favorites when it comes to limited edition sets. I would buy way more DS sets if they came in boxes this size with this type of goodies, extras. Next are two of my absolute favorites in my collection. I did videos unboxing both of these. This is Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth, the Wild Cards Edition, Premium Edition, and this is Persona Q 2 New Cinema Labyrinth Showtime Premium Edition. So limited, special, premium, basically all means the same things. I will say over time between the two, I still prefer this set a little bit more to this one. They're both amazing to have. So let's just look at Persona Q first. First of all, when it comes to boxes, I feel like a lot of people buy these nice art boxes because there's no logos. There sure there's the game logo, but that's embossed and glossy and part of the imagery. But there's no like Nintendo DS logos on this side versus this side that has a big obnoxious one right here. And you know, rating stickers and stuff. This box has a great like half gloss, half matte feel. So of course whenever I display it like this, and I think every box should have one panel that can be displayed like an art piece. Otherwise you would just buy the normal edition and not worry about having a box at all. My problem with Shadow or New Cinema Labyrinth, every single side has one of these obnoxious 3DS bars that just interrupts everything. Like the back, looks like a typical back. I don't know, I think I always end up displaying it on this side so I can see the P5 characters. But yeah, it's not, on a shelf, it's not as classy looking as this one. This came with one of my most used and best ever accessories, if I have it somewhere. And that is this Persona Q case. I use this all the time for my DS. I've used it for years. It has like a little bit of wear and tear on the corners, but it honestly still looks new. Like, you can tell I've used it. I've got a variety of keychains here. Yeah, these are all a little beat up. I have a little blooper. There he is. Yeah, this is one of the coolest, most useful accessories I've ever had. I wouldn't say that every DS or 3DS game needs a case, but this made the price of this so worth it. I never had to buy a case because I always had this one. This one's cool because it has the little icons for when you start a battle in the game. It also has art inside the case, and it has a nice sleeve. I actually had to clear it out so I could show it to you guys in this video, but it's probably one of the best items I've ever received as a bonus. And then there's just the actual set itself. So this also came with an art book. One of my favorite art books. This one's fun because it has, of course, all of the character art. Blue for the P3 characters, yellow for the P4. As you guys know, if you're a Persona fan, a lot of them are color-coded. This purple tone is always for this stuff. And Elizabeth and Theodora in this game, they have their own new costumes. Margaret's here too, Marie. And just a lot of the character design, enemy design in particular, is so good in this game. Of course, the personas themselves are very good. These are the DLC personas, which I do have in the game. I think I also just like this game concept better. I like this haunted school festival. And oh, I love these art pieces. When you're in love with these characters and you finally get these like super cute chibi forms, ugh, amazing. One of the best levels in the game. So yeah, Atlas book. It's really neat because again, it's matte, but the spider web, spiders are a big theme in this one, is all gloss. So it has a really neat look in the light. It attracts dust like nothing else though. But still, very cool. Love a good art book, as I said before. And then the other collectibles in this game, you guys have definitely heard music, Persona Q music in my videos before, and that's from this soundtrack. And, of course, there are the actual Arcana cards, which are featured in every Persona game. So why not actually own some that you can put on your wall? Of course, these are based on tarot cards, so there's things like Moon, Star, Tower, Devil, Hanged Man, Temperance, Death, that sort of thing. Chariot. So I love having these. I don't know of any other Persona game that came with these like full-size tarot cards that look like the Arcana. I just think that's really cool for a Persona fan to own. And then here is the game itself, which is neither here nor there. It's just your basic case. But yeah, the accessories are what really made this one for me, and this lovely box art, of course. Now we're going to deeper dive into this. I did a full unboxing, so I won't do too much with this one. Of course, the coolest accessory in this was the plush. You know, I can't help it. Koromaru is just so cute, and this plush was so well made. It's packed away with my other plushes, but we can still go over the rest of the stuff in here. This box is cool because it has a divider so you can keep your game separate from everything else. I like this game box a little bit more because it comes with the pins, it comes with a nice full book, comes with these images. What a cool thing to do using the DS boxes. Another game that I 100%ed, but I will replay again in the future. That's why I buy these games. Here is their version of the art book. It's actually kind of nice they made it different. They made it more like a theater book because it's a whole cinema, trapped in a cinema type story. Sorry, I was distracted. I was looking at art. And the P3P heroine is in this, so that really makes a big difference. I love her. Junpei's my boy. Kanji! Amazing that it went to that page. It's not like I go to it a lot or anything. Ryuji, my other favorite. Yeah, just really nice, simple character art, and then some really beautiful scene art, like out of the levels. As fun as the dinosaur level was, it was too long. It was a very long level. And of course, the credits and the Take Your Heart logo. A very nice little book. I felt like I got more out of the other book, but still really enjoyed that one. And then over time, this box is kind of imploded on itself. Sometimes I can get the glue to restick. But it used to really be a thing with anime and with games to have card decks, like actual playing cards. And these are legit playing cards. But the best part about these is the art on them. No, I've never played with these, although my older card decks that are anime card decks, I absolutely played with. And now they look junky because of it. Joker. Yes, these are awesome. I never look at these as much as my other art cards, though. It would actually be cool to put these in like a card sleeve or something. And I might have to do that in the future. Because right now it's just sitting in a box, not doing anything. I do love that they went out of their way to put different images on all of the cards. You know, card sets like this don't always do that, so I appreciate that. But yeah, beautiful little set. I think I still like the first Q set a little bit more, but you can't deny how beautiful and how on theme this box is. And yeah, if they ever come out with like a Persona Q3 after like a Persona 6, I'll end up getting the premium edition for that too. I'm kind of like locked in now. Finally, if nothing else, you can always make your own art boxes for your favorite games. I'm a big fan of doing that. Professor Layton being one of my absolute favorite game series. And I think I showed off this box a while ago. I did make my own Professor Layton box to hold the games. Kind of simple, not really much to say about it. But I did go out of my way to get all of the games. So of course, Curious Village, these are in release order. Diabolical Box, one of my absolute favorites. Unwound Future, amazing. Just recently replayed and finished this. Last Spectre does not get enough credit. It's a fantastic game with a lot of little extras, and definitely like that one. And of course, I finally, a while ago, got all of the 3DS games, so I wanted to make an art box for that. I think I showed this off on Twitter. I made this a little thinner and smaller to match the thinner, smaller 3DS games. So of course, Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. This is one of the best finds ever, because when you try to look for these games now, not just the 3DS ones, but also the DS ones, they go for $80 and up, which is insane. That's way too much money. Miracle Mask. I'm replaying this right now because I'm doing chronological order. Here is Miracle Mask. Here is Azeron Legacy. This game's amazing. I actually do really love all of the locations and stuff. And of course, you can buy this on the Switch if you don't want to do the 3DS version, but Layton's Mystery Journey, this is with Catriel, and it's fantastic. Not enough people have played this. If you're a Layton fan, I still highly recommend this, and she's so cute. Look how good she is. But yeah, if nothing else, you can always make your own art box, and it just costs supplies. So these were something I really wanted to do just because they're my favorite games. I will probably make a few more in the future for other loose 3DS and DS games that I have. If you guys are interested in a video, I can do that in the future as well. Alright guys, that'll do it for this one. If you guys like videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do videos typically every couple of weeks or more. I've been very busy with a house build. I work in construction, so I just haven't been around. But I still love making these videos. I still love talking about all of this stuff. And I love hearing about your collections. Let me know what premium or limited editions you own down in the comments below, and we will talk about it there and then. Anyway, you guys rock. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. So, bye guys!